Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kingdomcraft. Hope everybody's doing good today. Hope everybody's having a good day. I shall run instead of walk, because otherwise I'll never reach where I want to go. Last episode, I want to thank you so much for your submission and input and feedback. We worked on this. We worked on Ren Dog's train station. Oh, hello! And there was one suggestion that I really liked in regards of the carpets. So if you remember, these carpets are covering up the cacti. One suggestion that I want to try desperately right now. Can I get this? Boop. Perfect. Someone said, I think it was actually multiple comments saying that we should color the carpet depending on these end station, I suppose. So this would be Roxolani. So I'm thinking, ah, crap. We can make more. That's okay. Boop, boop. I've been collecting some wool and stuff since the last episode. So I'm thinking we can do this. And we can't really do the horseshoe, but it would kind of be enough to do that, I suppose. Was that too bright? I think that could work, right? It may be too bright. Maybe too big, actually. Yeah, let's try this. Like so. And maybe that even. You see what I'm trying to do, though? Just get two colors in. I think this is what the comment meant anyway. I think we could do a 3x3. It doesn't have to be a rectangular thing. But that's kind of cool. I do like that idea. That way we don't have to like try and make the carpet look like a stone. And it also makes sense, I suppose. It's better than the cacti anyway. It's a little bit too contrasty here for me. That's why I'm not like falling in love with it. But it's not bad. I do like it. So we'll keep it for now. You guys will let me know what you think. I'll pick these up. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to work. I want to show you something, but we need to go creepy here, unfortunately. Beautiful skies. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, fantastically looking skies. Yeah, let's go sleep first, because otherwise I shall get stressy. Stressed like heck. Today is Sunday. At least if everything goes well, this should be released on a Sunday as well. And this upcoming week, I'm going to be traveling as always, but I have the travels from Tuesday to Sunday. So I will be backlogging a little bit. Hopefully, I'm going to try and get this Kingdomcraft episode and at least one more Kingdomcraft episode this week. Although no promises. Where am I going? I should go this way. But just beware, if I do another Kingdomcraft episode, it will probably be backlogged. And I wouldn't have seen your comments, which kind of sucks, but that's how it is. So yeah, let's go over here. I have an issue with a little bit of an area. Is my mic... Hold on, let me move my microphone. Alright, there we go. That's better for me. My microphone was kind of sitting in an awkward position and I was leaning my head to speak, which isn't good. Alright, so this area here, including the banner shop, it kind of bugs me. It really does. And the banner shop bugs me as well. I think it's pretty cool inside. I do like what we did with the interior. We did this a long time ago now. And I suppose the building is alright, but it's a little bit weird. And this building here, this tool mound, looks like it doesn't really fit the area, I don't think, anymore. Because so many things have changed. This was kind of like the farming area when we started, and then it worked perfectly. But now, this area, which is supposed to be like the center of the Mountain Kingdom, I suppose. Well, I suppose that's the center. But you know what I mean. This area is supposed to be posh and things, and it doesn't really work. So what I'm thinking is, we'll change this up, and we'll change up the banner. Hello. We'll change up the banner building as well. And I wanted to do, like, the banner building is too small, is another thing. Where am I going to start this? Let's try over here. Yeah. The banner building is too small, so I wanted to do a much bigger one, because now I've actually started to get some banner design from you guys, and there's one very pretty one for the Mountain Kingdom that has been submitted. I'm not gonna say which one it is. How tall is this? That's actually too tall, I think. Let's try that out. Yeah, that's gonna be too tall. Let's make another one here. I'll tell you in a second what I'm trying to do here. But yeah, there is a super pretty banner that has been submitted for the Mountain Kingdom. But I don't feel like the banner shop, it's not easy enough to do banners in there. And so every episode, like even if I get a very pretty banner, I'm like, ugh, I have nowhere to craft it. So I'm gonna fix that today. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Let's bring this over here. And this is just scaffolding, by the way. We aren't going to build it in dirt, okay? Don't worry. But what I'm thinking would be cool is to get a little bit of levitation in this area. It's a little bit dangerous as well because we may hide that tower, but I think it'll be fine. And so I'm thinking we come walking here, and then the building is kind of going across over top, if you know what I mean. So we'll have... Let's see, let's play some cobblestone actually. So we'd have a cobblestone foundation of the building, just to match the medieval theme that we're going with. And it would kind of come... And that also makes sense, because then we can actually include that stony build into this without tearing it down. So the building would be sitting like that maybe, coming out here. And then on this side it would be... here, I suppose, would make sense. Something like that. Do you see what I'm trying to say? And then the building would be sitting on top here. So it would kind of go up maybe 1, 2, 3. Let's just see how tall this is, because that's a worry that I have, that I'm going to block the view of things, the skyline, as Rendog says. Crap, ran out. Okay, is that gonna be too... yeah, even that may be too tall actually. We're definitely gonna block the tower. But I figured it would be kind of cool to have the building. So the building is going to sit on top. The foundation is going to be at the bottom, like the basement. And it's going to be on both sides of the road. So we'll just leave the road here and try and implement the building into it. It's going to be a little bit tough, but I think we can work it out. As far as... I also want the shape. This is going to be a huge building, by the way. So probably not something that we may not finish today. But we'll see what happens. We'll have to tear down... probably the entire banner shop though, because I'm thinking the building will go like that. And maybe... oh, you know what we could do? We could do an L shape. Oh, is this tree gonna be... oh, that's such a gorgeous tree. I don't want to take it down, but it seems like we have to. Crap. Maybe we'll bring it out here. Right? Maybe we don't have to make it an L shape actually, now that I see this. And then it would come in here. Do you see what I mean? I may not make any sense. But yeah, something like that. I think that will help this area just a little bit, because at the moment it looks too ununiform. Like we have 4 different styles of buildings here. This thing will probably have to come down as well, because that's kind of is back in the days when we had a farming area here. I just completely blanked out there. This building, the food building, another thing that I need to fix. This roof is terrible. I built this. It's really bad. I'm gonna have to fix it. I think the building is okay. And we use it all the time. We go in here and we grab some chickeye. This chest here. And then there's a chicken farm thingamajiggy down there. And anyway, because so what has happened in this area is that we are using too many different styles. We're using that style there, kind of like a stony mound style. We're using this where we're doing kind of like a steampunky roof, and then we have this thing that's just like stables, and then that thing there, which I have no idea what that is, the roof there. So this would uniform the area just a little bit, and I think that's going to be important. So it turns out that we were completely out of wood and bones. So I've just been down to our bone farm, which also seems to have become a little bit of a melon farm. And it's turning nighttime. Beautiful, gorgeous. Look at this road that we built. Do you remember this? Renskal is here somewhere. Roaming the lands, enjoying his freedom, I suppose. Not being stuck in the stables anymore. But I really like this road, and I haven't really been walking it down very much since we built it, I suppose. So, was a good trip over. I got myself some dark oak and some spruce. We're gonna need that. Just gonna pop over to the where is that building? Lumber mill. Is that over here? Aha! I never enter the kingdom from that direction, I suppose. So let's do everybody a favor. Put some bone meal in there. And some bones in there. And then gotta make sure we refill. Last episode we gave Rendog an axe as a present. And I went to his house to sleep, like I do. And I saw that he haven't picked it up yet. He's so ungrateful. Look at this, I'll show you. Yep. The dog bone, still there. So sad. And because of it, I'm gonna sleep in his bed and he's gonna be mad about it. Anyway, let's get back to building. I've been thinking a little bit more about the size and things. And it's gonna be pretty big. You can see it already there. That's the dirt that we put up. I did put down some cobble foundation for now. We're gonna have to mix that up. But I wanted to... I can't get over here without purling. Boop. I wanted to have... Let's see. Let's do this. Get ourselves an Escal crafting bench right here. I wanted to do a little bit of that and actually some slabbage. So what if we would have something like that, right? And I wanted to have a log. And I wonder if we should... This doesn't make any sense. But I wonder if we should, like, use... depth. We probably should. That's going to look pretty good. So we'd have a log like so. And then, to match the kingdom, I suppose we can bring another log down here. And how wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. That's not a good number. Can we bring this out, perhaps? Oh, I don't have any cobble. Crap. Let's go with this. Don't worry, by the way. We'll mix up the cobble, of course. You know that. So if we would have that, we'd have another dark oak pillar there. Oh, I think this is going to look really good, ladies and gentlemen. Then let's have some slabbage here to help the support. Aha. And... let's remove you. I did shrimp. Shrimp? No. I did shrimp. No, I shrunk. I shrunk the building just a little bit to save our tree there. So this is where that stony building is. And I think that's going to be huge anyway. Yeah. It's kind of hard to navigate here because there are so many leaves and things in my face. But as far as the base facade goes... I'm thinking we'll go spruce. Actually, do we want to build that? Yeah, let's try this. We can go here. That will make use of the depth. The depth. Let's get a little bit down. Like that. Yeah. How are we actually building the buildings in this village? It's a lot more stone, probably, but we'll go with wood. I feel wooden today, okay? Maybe we could bring this out here. Oh, you know what we could have? We could have banners hanging down here, indicating that this is a banner shop. Would it make sense, or is this completely crazy? If I go and do something like this. We never know it unless we check it, right? That's the rule. That's the #1 rule when building. That looks pretty interesting actually. But this building is going to be huge. We're going to have to mix up. We're going to have to have windows and stuff like that. But I think it's going to turn out really good. And then we can walk kind of inside. We'll have... I don't have any more cobble, but we'll have that in the ceiling. Or actually, you know what we'll do? We'll have the ceiling or the floor of the building probably be spruce or oak or something. Anyway, but we'll have wood here so that when you walk in, it kind of feels, you get that feeling that you walk into something. Where's that zombie? I bet you that he's in the water over here. Nope. Oh, jeez. There are so many holes and pockets. He's down here. I hear him. Aha, he's in the sewers. Oh, look at these sewers that Krullik is building. They are gorgeous. Wow. Yep, gotta love them. We have to make sure that we kind of... where did I get down? Here. We're gonna try and make sure that we can connect the sewers up to the building somehow. Because I think that's important. Okay, so I continue a little bit now. I just wanted to bring you in, show you what I'm thinking, kind of how my mind is sitting at the moment. With this facade thing. I think it's going to look gorgeous. But let me continue and see how far we can get. I hate it though when bringing things out like this. It's always terrible when you come to a corner. Maybe, actually, let's try this real quick. What would happen if we'd have that there, right? And then we'd bring it in. We'd make use of the depth. The depth even more. Why can't I say depth? It's a thing that Swedes can't say, I suppose. Or just me. Probably just me. Let's just see how that would look. Would that look super weird? Yeah. If we do that, we have to bring it in there. This is definitely not good enough. I wanted to see. My shovel and my axe are always on the same slot. So when I have to use both, bad things happen. I don't think this is going to work though. No, because we'd probably have to bring in the bar as well. And I like the shadowy thing that we get there, right? Yeah. We're going to come with things like this as well. So, I mean, we'll have depth. We'll have depth for sure. Okay, I continue now. I'm just thinking, just philosophizing on camera here. But I'll continue to build, make some progress, and then I'll come back to you. Alright, this building is gonna be huge. Like, ridiculously big. And there are gonna be some very important things when we start to detail it. Or, what am I saying? Detailing is going to be very important. So check this out. Banner House is getting encased. Kind of funny how that worked out. I'm thinking entrance here, which is actually where we have the entrance to the original Banner House. And can we get a better look of this from up top here so that you guys can see the shape that I'm kind of going with here? There's a stupid tree in the way. There's another stupid tree in the way. Yeah, so it's kind of like an L shape, right? So it's going around, it's going to wrap the whole banner shop. And another very interesting thing with this, if we take a look from the front, it's kind of large. We can actually walk further away from it. It's rather huge. But one thing that I thought was really interesting, at this height now, we have a bigger foundation than the actual building, which I don't know if that's a thing. If that's like architectural or sound, but it's all right. I think we can work with it. I brought the middle part up, and I'm thinking, I'm kind of imagining a roof coming like that, and then maybe a flat one on the sides. We ain't gonna get to the roof today, though, for sure. I hate building roofs. I think it's so boring, and I suck at it. So I'm gonna lay that out. Is that? Do you say that in English? Lay that out. That's how you say it in Swedish, anyway. But yeah, what was I saying? So detail is going to be super important. We're going to have a mixture of the regular stuff. So probably a little bit of cracked brick, some stone. I think stone is going to be ominent for the foundation. Well, maybe not. Maybe cobble is going to be the background block. But not only do we need to texturize it and make sure that we are paying attention to what we're doing, but we're also going to need to have some kind of structural differences. So maybe we have that there. I don't want to have, this would make it look like a circle. Yeah, we don't want that. That looks terrible. But like on this wall here, we could actually bring some nature up here. This is another thing that I want to change. I don't like the sugar canes being that tall. I'm gonna have to put some string or something on them. And inventory is super full, but maybe we could go with these kind of things. I know that we've done that a lot in this kingdom, and it's getting super dark. Crap. Yeah, something like that we have to work out anyway. I'm gonna go sleepy real quick. I wasn't prepared that it was gonna turn nighttime. By the way, we have a beacon here, and that's actually our beacon, mining beacon thing. I moved it here because I created, the other day, I created a huge wool farm underground, just for us to get enough wool, and that had to do with the banner design, because I felt, and that's probably, by the way, that's probably going to be the next step of our building, but check this out. So inside the acrylic sheep farm, or sheep building, I dug out a basement, and it's loud down here, so, but we have some sheep standing in the pens. Get out of here. Let's get out. But, yeah, I've been sharing some sheep, and I've been doing that. And I, kind of as the banner manager, I suppose, because I build the banner building. I don't want to be the banner manager, but because I suck at it. I think Cubfan should be. He's really good with banners. But since I'm kind of the one doing the building and that, I wanted to make sure that we have supplies for it. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably going to be part 2 of the whole banner remake thingamajiggy, is to make sure that we have dyes, because that is a constant struggle on this server. We never have enough dyes. We never have enough of any material, but specifically not dyes. Okay, so that's going to be something we need to fit in this building somehow. I guess it's time for this building to come down now, or the roof at least. I've kind of just, as you see, I've kind of just wrapped the building, and over there I've kind of just wrapped that building as well at this stage. But I wanted to get the facade up. I wanted to feel how big this is going to be. This roof wasn't actually bad. I didn't hate this roof. I didn't think this was terrible at all. So we're probably going to do something similar for the bigger building. The only problem with this banner building was that it was kind of like offset, and as I said, like the uniformation of this kingdom didn't really fit over here. So that's why we're doing this primarily. Of course, primarily to do all your beautiful banners, don't get me wrong. But yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, okay? So let's see. We're gonna have to take that down there. Is this really... I was gonna go all the way. If we went here, let's just see. Oh yeah, because these are equally wide, I think. Okay, so if we went here, we'd have enough space for sure, would we? Let's see. You go there, we'd have to take the U down as well. So many stairs! Okay. Wall would come here. I know this ain't really easy to understand at the moment, but bear with me here. Come out there. And that would leave us with, yeah, that's going to be enough space, right? So that would leave us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 8. That's not a good number. I always like to have my things uneven so that we have a center. But it may be okay. Let me just see. Did I do these equally long, or are they just randomly... No, I think it's just random. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could have known that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. See? Always be sure to calculate. Okay, so take this down and move that out 1. Oops. It's the next plan then. But I think it's going to look good. I'm going to tear down the banner building now so that we can... and see if I can finish this shape. This project is kind of huge. I'm gonna let it span over a couple of episodes. Hope that's okay with you guys, but we'll get a little bit more done here today for sure. So yeah, tearing down and doing stuff. Coming back to you in a minute. Alright, so the cleaning up has been completed. The cleaning up has been completed. Doesn't look like much difference from here, but check this out. Go inside here, all cleaned up. That's the original banner wall. Banner shop wall, I suppose. And I cleaned up this room as well. And now we're starting to get a little bit of a feel of how big this is and how much space we're gonna have, which is fan-freaking-tastic. Let's go and grab... The next step to this now is to mix up the blocks. And yes, I did hide a few chests. Is it turning nighttime? Really? Really turning nighttime? Just as I press record every single time. Okay. But yeah, the next step to this now is to go and do the mixing up. We're gonna go with bricks, andesite, cracked, and regular stone. Never two of those next to each other, by the way. That's terrible. Something like that. And I've kind of decided that the background or the main block should be cobblestone. It does make sense in my head. There aren't a whole lot of things that do. We're going to be very careful with the cracked. Andesite is okay to put pretty much wherever. Because it's so close to the cobblestone. So that's a task. Maybe let's get a little bit more here. Maybe like that. That's one task. Another thing that I think is really important is we can't really, I don't think anyway, we can't really have grass on this wall, on this thing. Road! On this road. We can't really have grass because I don't think it makes any sense. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that and just go with a regular mix that we have done before. So something like that. Take you away. Gravel, gravel, stone. Yeah. Too much cobble here. These roads that we have usually, it's so easy to mix in too much cobble. It needs to be like spots. Look at this. There's still cobble in here. I think anyway. That's just my opinion. Hey. Okay, so let's have a look at that. I think that's going to be really important that we don't have any grass there. You see what it does? It kind of gives you that cozy interior feel. I think that looks really good. We need to play with some lightings and stuff. I wanted to try and hang banners. These aren't going to be the final ones. We're probably going to go with the banners that were submitted. Maybe we hang them there. That I haven't shown you yet. But there was one Kingdom or Mountain Kingdom banner that was absolutely fantastically looking. That's pretty cool. Maybe over here. Although that will take away the arc. Oh, I like that. Oh, baby. With a pretty banner instead of this stupid one that I made. This is how bad I am with banners, by the way. But with a pretty one, that's going to look fantastic. Now, do we want to do any type of decoration inside here? Maybe just a little bit like this. This may be risky, though, because that may create a wall feeling. Yeah, I don't know if I love that. Maybe we can bring it up. No. Maybe. I almost get this like blacksmith feel when I walk inside here. I really like this area that we made. It's such a small little or simple thing, but it still makes a lot of difference. The building comes around here, and this wall we probably need to do... It's super dark. I know. I'm sorry. We probably need to have like a support pillar in the middle. Like there. Did I just hit the middle spot on? I think I did. We'll obviously mix up the spruce as well with our regular oak mix. But that's looking pretty good, I think. Not sure, but I think I want a window on the front side of this thing right there. Could look really good. But we have to take it one step at a time. Let's put you there. Are these what we want to do here? Like, I feel like I do these all the frickin' time on buildings. We have them on the cathedral. I do think they look nice. Don't get me wrong. They do look nice. Hello. But maybe we want to be a little bit more creative here. Actually, let's bring you up. Let's do that and that. And then we could possibly go with something like that in the middle. And because this is one of the main walls that are taking up vision. That are taking up vision. That we need to make sure is looking sleek. Sleek? Yeah. Sure, why not? Okay. I love it when I do my English that I don't really know what I'm saying, but I'm just trying out words, trying how they feel in my mouth. That sounded bad. We'd have another one of these right here, going all the way up, and sorry, don't want the sugar canes there. That ain't too bad actually. That's maybe a little bit too much smooth stone for my taste right now. Maybe I want to move you and get a... Don't I have any cobblestone? Yes, I do. Get a cobblestone there. Maybe this one goes. Maybe you go. I don't like it when you use too much cracked brick, by the way. Very quickly looks weird. Yeah, it can work. These things. I think so, actually. Oh, hello. I just released my mouth to scratch my finger to take a look at it. So that's why I stayed in the water. So on this side then we do, well, it would be covered up by nature, which is fine. I think that's going to look great though. But that's going to do it for today. We're going to have to spend another few episodes probably on this. So remember, on the to-do list for the banner makeover, whatever you want to call it, we're going to make sure that we have all the different dyes in production, because it's simply a thing that takes so long time to do. If you don't have all the dyes, it's not fun to do banners. So we're going to make sure that we have all the banners or the dyes in production. Then I want to make sure that we have an easy way of getting the banners. I'm thinking on the second floor. Actually, well, we don't really have time in this video. Crap! I wanted to also talk about the stairway up, but I guess we'd just put it here, huh? So we'd have a staircase coming up here. Yeah, I think that's gonna work out. So we'll have a lot of space downstairs, and I think this is where we'll put the dye production. Get out of here, stupid idiots. I think that's where we will put our dye production, down here in these two things. And then upstairs we'll have like a big banner workshop, basically, is what I want to get at. But yeah, I think that building is really coming along. I need to call in some support, some help for the roof though. If you have any ideas or anything like that, be sure to put them down in the comments. And continue to send banners. We are going to, or I am going to, start to actually make them on camera as well and put them in this banner shop. That's another thing. This banner shop has a lot of space for actually storing banners that you give us, because at the moment I haven't really had any space for putting them. So any banner submission that is clearly put in some love and passion, I will put in this building. But yeah, anyway, that's gonna do it. I keep rambling, I keep talking, but thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed. We'll continue this next time, and yeah, have a great evening, and I see you in the next episode.